What's up, y'all? Doing a quick video to answer Kyler's question in the group. I have been busy as shit today and I'm exhausted from typing and writing emails, so I'm just going to answer it with a quick video. And his question says it's in regards to content syndication for the HostGator blog. So content syndication is when you publish content on your site or another site and then you essentially republish it on a site like Medium or a content syndication network. There's a business2community.com actually syndicates my blog. It's basically when they just pick up your RSS feed and then republish your content on their site. In the benefits far outweigh the negatives. There's a lot of people that think it's bad for SEO because of duplicate content. It's really not. As long as it's published on your site first and it's indexed by Google on your site first. So if you just every time you publish a blog post, you go right to Webmaster Tools and just use the Fetch as Google tool. Submit that URL. It'll get indexed almost immediately. And that way you get credit for that content first, and you will not get hit with duplicate content issues. And also that content should rank ahead of on the other sites. But even aside from that, it's not a bad thing to have content on other sites, even if it's the same content, because you're exposing yourself to new audiences. You're getting brand exposure. You're getting a ton of other exposure, right? So content syndication is really an underrated content promotion tactic. It really only it works best for me. I'll tell you the process that I used. I don't do it as much anymore because I'm not really promoting content like I was, because I'm at a place where I'm focusing on client work and just using the network that I have, the group, the email list, all that stuff. So sites like Medium are great syndication platforms that you can use for free. You can also publish original content there. You can syndicate content on inbound.org. Growth Hackers is a place you could do it as well. LinkedIn is another great one. And all of these sites too, they're great because you can build a following. They're almost like a quasi-social network. Well, LinkedIn is, but the publishing platform is a little bit different. So you can really use them. Facebook too, you can syndicate content on Facebook now. They just launched long-form publishing, and Twitter is going to too. So all these networks, they understand the value of content, obviously, and they're trying to keep people within their network. So they're giving a tremendous amount of weight to people who publish content there. So there's a ton of benefits to syndicating content. The problem is that a lot of people fall flat doing it because just because you publish on LinkedIn or just because you publish something on Medium doesn't mean anyone's going to see it. It's not guaranteed to go viral. So you actually have to have a promotion strategy on those networks as well. And I'll tell you a little bit about how I do it. So the biggest post that I had go viral was on Medium, and that was actually, so I had a guest post on Ahrefs about white hat link building about a year ago now, maybe a little bit less. And I like to wait to syndicate content. So instead of just publishing a post and then going straight to LinkedIn, going straight to Medium, I like to let the post do its thing where you originally published it, right? And then a couple months later, then you syndicate it, because then you can get some extra juice out of it. You can promote it to a new audience. So the process that I was following for a while that was working really well is I would publish on my blog, or I would publish a guest post, and then I would promote it to my networks like Twitter, Facebook, and that type of stuff, just to get the initial ball rolling to the email list. And then about 3 to 4 months later, I would syndicate it. So that means I would take that content, I would put it on medium.com, I would put it on LinkedIn, right? So I would take that content, rip it, and then republish it on those platforms. Again, you're not getting hit with duplicate content. It's not an issue at all. So I'd republish it there, and then you have to promote that content again too to get that to go viral. So the good thing about those using those networks as publishing platforms is that if you can get a little bit of traction and some upvotes, then you expose yourself to even bigger audiences. So LinkedIn is great because you have your own following. Every time you post something on LinkedIn, everyone gets that little flag notification. So you can kind of get that promoted on its own. Every time I publish there, I get about an extra 1,000 views on content, which is awesome. It doesn't drive any traffic to my site, but it's the brand awareness, it's the consumption of the content. That's all that really matters. After that, I'll use Medium at the same time. But again, Medium, you can build a following on it, but just publishing there, no one's going to see it. So what I do is I republish on Medium, and then I re-promote that Medium link. So what that does is it allows it to pick up some steam on Medium, and then hit the the algorithm on Medium and pick up more likes and more views there. So the Ahrefs post that I'm talking about, So on Ahrefs, it did whatever 10,000 views, whatever they told me it did, which is awesome in itself. So that piece of content got 10,000 views when I originally published it. Then when I put it on LinkedIn, it got another 2,000 views. So we're up to 12,000 views in 3 months later. And then when I put it on Medium, it got another 5,000 views. So what I did with that Medium link is I took it, I re-promoted it on Facebook, I re-promoted it on Growth Hackers, I promoted it to my email list. So, you're also scraping people that didn't see it the first time you published it too. So you're able to re-promote it, and it's on a new platform too. So you're just cross-pollinating your following. So I almost have 1,000 followers on me, and I didn't even know. I just checked. I don't really use Medium as much as I used to, like I said. But that's really the way you should syndicate it. And the last part of his question says, create a brand account to post the content or post the content of myself, even though it wasn't written by me. Yeah, so that's a tough one. I would probably, if it's on the HostGator blog, if it's on the brand blog, I would create a brand account because you don't want to look like you're taking credit for it. It just looks kind of shady, even though you're not, obviously, but it could come off that way. So I would create a branded account. Um, yeah, I would create a branded account and do it that way. And again, the key is not to just publish on HostGator or publish on your blog and then go right to syndication. Because you want the end goal is the best is to just get traffic to your site. So you want to post it on your site, post it on the final destination, get as many views as possible on your site. Take advantage of all the promotion channels that you have, and then syndicate it after a period of time. And that way you can reignite it, you can reach new people, and you can also, again, take advantage of the people, the baked-in audiences on LinkedIn and on Medium. So again, that's how I syndicate content. I publish it on my site first or a guest post first on another site, let it do its thing. I promote it to my network, and then a couple months later, I put it on Medium, I put it on LinkedIn, I put it on the other sites, and then I re-promote those to my audience and get those to go viral and get their own little audience. So again, you've got a couple of different ways to reach new people. And again, this content promotion and content publishing, it's about reaching people. It's true top of the funnel traffic, in my opinion. So it's content syndication is a great way to reach even more people and kind of growth hack that organic process and just getting more organic views. So yeah, I didn't read this blog post here, but from about this guy who's reposting existing content to Medium. Let me click on it real quick and see what he says. That's just my opinion. That's how I've gotten it to really go viral. So Rand here said the biggest risk would be that Medium outranks your own site. So that's a potential problem, but not really. Again, if people are seeing your stuff, they're seeing your stuff. So I really don't think there's any downside to syndicating content. The more people that you can reach, the better. That's the name of the game. So yeah, take advantage of these platforms. My biggest advice is just wait a little bit, don't do it right away, and use syndication platforms to reignite that content and hopefully get it to go viral within that own engine. So that's my opinion on how to syndicate.